Hey, good morning, everybody. Yeah, I know. Just Trisha? Dad had a long day. He's got a few things like his old job. He's got to go back and help out there, and then he has a program tonight. So he wanted me to wish you guys a great day and a wonderful holiday to all of his friends celebrating Passover. And he will see you guys tomorrow. Today's talk is my talk, and I'm going to talk about my days at FIT. Now, for those who don't know what FIT is, it is called Fashion Institute of Technology, FIT, and it's one of the top fashion schools in New York, in the city. Now, ever since I was little, I've been drawing all the time, and I always wanted to be a fashion designer, and I knew that was the place to go, so I'd always wanted to go. And the reason I chose FIT was because it was right in the heart of the city, and at the time it was the place to be. I mean, I know people have heard of Parsons and, all the other fashion schools in New York, but I wanted to go to FIT. I had been there for just like tours and everything, and I really, really liked it, and I'd heard a lot about it in my youth. So, and mind you, it was 1988, so we are at the height of when, like, Cindy Crawford was around, Christy Turlington, Naomi Campbell, Claudia Schiffer. They were, like, the top models of all time were there. Not of all time, but of that time. So that was the place to be, so I wanted to be there. I had never gone to New York before, let alone, I had gone, but I had never, stayed there overnight. So when I went to my first kind of orientation contest to get into the school, you don't write essays and take tests and everything. You go and you do drawing tests. I think I may or may not have had to write an essay. I'm sorry, it was a long time ago. 88, 1988, way back. I had to do a drawing test. So there I am. And I was like, I'm going into New York. I better dress nicely. So what did I wear? It was around this time. So I was wearing, actually it was a little bit later, like around mid to late April. So I was wearing what I had worn for Easter. Okay. Back at that time, frosted jeans were around and frosted anything, denim. So I was wearing this aqua green frosted jacket with a matching skirt, light white stockings, and white shoes in New York City. The girl next to me, who turned out to be one of my classmates and who was one of the coolest girls I'll ever know, she was sitting next to me wearing spiders on her earrings with webbing. She had jet black hair, like blood red lips, and the palest skin ever. And she was sitting right next to me. And here I am in, my outfit. It was the funniest thing. When I think back to that day, needless to say, all the clothes are gone. When I think back to that day, I just laugh. And I'm like, and they're letting me in this fashion school? That school taught me a lot. I learned about drawing the body and respecting the shapes and the forms. The difference between drawing a hand like this and drawing a hand like this. And, the bone structure and the skin and how the lighting will affect a line as opposed to a shadow. I learned a lot from that school. It was one of the best schools ever. So I had a great time, and I want to thank, and I made some really, really good friends. Some of them I still talk to this day, and I've had memories. I had a great class that I went to, every class. We were separated into groups, and that group went through every class throughout the day. That was our schedule, route. And like, you're group B, so you go through this during this time, this time, this time, this time. So that's how we did it. But all in all, I learned a lot about just drawing and respecting art and everything. You don't just learn to draw at FIT or just design at FIT. You learn to do everything. It was important that you had a brain when you went to FIT, and when you leave, that brain is bigger. That's one of the things I loved about FIT. And yeah, I lost a freshman 15, but one thing I noticed is that when I would come home, now mind you, all the beautiful colors and everything I used to wear, I was a color fiend. I wore every color in the rainbow. But after about a semester or two, strictly black and jeans. So that was my FIT days. I'm taking up some time, so I'm going to end it now, and we'll talk some more about it. If you have questions, ask me. Subscribe. There's a button there that says subscribe. If you have to make a dummy account, but they want to know that you're watching and you're interested. So I'll see you guys later.